Okay.
I am good.
Cool. So, as far as Ron's concerned, when we last left off, you were in front of the church eating a pastry.
Yep.
Um, Next thing, apparently, is that you wake up lying on a bed. A rather nicely made four-poster bed with uh, drapes kind of hemming it in, all of them kind of pushed to the side, and the room around you somewhat visible, if a bit dark. Um, the curtains in the solitary window that you can see have been drawn so as to keep out any light. And looking around, you just see uh, looks like a couple of like pieces of lounge furniture, basically. A small end table next to one of them, and two doors, one on your left and one on your right.
Okay. Um, are either of them one closer than me, or closer to me than the other?
No, the bed is essentially in the center of the wall that the headboard is resting against, and so you are equidistant from the doors.
I'll go left first,
Okay.
and just walk up to the door and listen.
All
See
right.
if I hear anything.
Make a perception check.
Alright. Oop. There we go. I switched.
Mm-hmm. All right. You don't hear anything.
Alright, I will check the handle.
Okay. So are you attempting to turn it or just?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to turn
Okay.
it.
Yeah, it squeaks a bit as it turns, but it turns no problem.
Alright, I'll crack it and kind of peek around to see what's out there. Or what's on the other side.
All right. So as you open the door, it looks as though you're looking into a small wood-paneled room. Reeks of mildew, and it's quite dark. It doesn't seem like there are even any windows in here. And as you swing the door more completely open, you notice that this isn't even a room so much as a closet.
Oh.
Iron hooks line the walls, and a dusty black cloak hangs from one hook in the center of the wall that is to your right.
Um. Can I do an Arcana check to see if I sense anything magical?
Sure. You
I
do not
sense
sense
nothing.
anything magical.
Hmm.
Well,
Can I?
actually, there is a slight magical presence, and then you realize, oh shit, that's me.
Oh. Hmm. Does it look like the dusty cloak? Is it like hanging off of a hook, or is it like pierced onto a hook, or?
It looks like it's just been hung there, as one would hang a hook on, or hang a cloak on a hook.
I'm gonna take it down.
Okay.
Um,
You have a dusty cloak.
okay, I will hold on to that. All right. Anything else in here?
um, Thick layer of dust.
Okay. So I will take my cloak and I'll just put it in my backpack for now, and then or the dusty one,
Yep.
and then walk out and shut the door, and then uh, Does it look like this is like a kind of hotel-ish or like inn-ish room, or is it like a dresser and all kinds of stuff?
Um, well, looking around, you don't see a whole lot in the way of furniture, like the dresser or I guess anything that you would store things in besides the closet that you were just in. Essentially, the contents of the bedroom in which you woke up are the bed, two lounges, one end table, and a large tapestry-like carpet that covers the center of the room.
Hmm. I'm gonna go and uh into the center of the room, and I would like to see if I can sense anything magical from the center of the room.
Okay. You're not picking up on anything.
Nothing. Okay. I will stride uh, over to the other door, the right hand door now, and just listen to it. Same deal. Listen.
All right. Go ahead and make another perception check.
Nothing.
You put your ear to the door, and you you think you might hear the rustling of paper or something on the other side, but just as you start to hone in on where and what that might be, there is a loud clap of thunder that actually illuminates the room partly through the drawn curtains, and you can actually feel the structure that you're in shaking.
Whoa. I jump like a foot in the air and just. Oh, the bloody hell was that? I will sit there for a minute, so catch my breath, that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. And once recover myself a little bit, I will go to the door, uh, the door and twist the doorknob.
Okay.
See if it's
Um,
locked.
much like the other doorknob, it seems to turn freely. Again, there is this grating squeal as you uh, begin to turn it. It almost sounds like a scream.
Huh. Okay. I think that's kind of a cool idea. I might want to, maybe when I get back, look into, you know, having some screaming door handles. But all right, I'll open the door a little bit and look out.
Okay. As you open the door again, it sort of groans on its hinges. Um, and as you sort of draw the door across your field of vision, looking out into this room, you see on your left there's a wall quite close to where you are, against which sits essentially a sofa. There's a small end table next to it. As you draw the door further over, you uh, begin to notice that this room is kind of oddly shaped, almost rounded at the far side. um, Toward the center of the curved wall opposite you, you see a pair of chairs, another end table, and as you finish opening the door, you actually feel it stop short, possibly hitting something behind it. And off to the right, you see another couch, another end table, and a figure sitting on the couch, legs crossed, seemingly reading some dusty old book. He looks up at you and just sort of smiles.
I see black. Whoa. Oh. Hello. Nice. Is this your place?
He just sort of smiles and says, "No, this is the master's place.
Oh.
But you are one of his honored guests."
Oh. I haven't had this happen since I first got the band together before. I'm sorry. The master is who?
The master of this entire realm, of course. Count Strad von Zarovich.
Oh. Okay.
And you see, well, go ahead and make a perception check.
All right.
This individual, as you begin to take in his general appearance, the gauntness of his face, the long, stringy blonde hair, and the claw-like fingernails adorned with rings. You see that he too is. I'm a racist?
Yeah.
Why am I a racist?
Well, like, no.
Hey, quit eavesdropping.
Everyone knows that
Nobody knows.
that the portrayal of like Dracula and Nosferatu and racist against Jewish people.
I didn't say nose though.
Well, whatever you said claw-wise, that's racist.
Oh, okay, sure it is. Anyway.
Sorry. You could have ignored me.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Hard to ignore.
So yeah, as you're sort of taking him in for the first time, you see that he's seemingly evaluating you, looking you over head to toe. It's a bit uncomfortable, the look he's giving you.
Alright. Well, I'm going to just, kind of look at him and just and prestidigitation and cast just a series of sparks. Kind of coming out like essentially like I sneezed a bunch of sparks.
Okay.
And then just kind of wipe my nose, and as I do that, I want to have a couple more sparks, like I'm wiping the sparks away from my nose.
All right.
And just say, "Oh, sorry. I'm used to the more warmer climates."
Yes, I must say the cold doesn't really bother me much anymore.
Why is that?
He just sort of chuckles.
So should we just wait here, or?
He looks down at his book again for a moment before closing it, and slowly standing up in one fluid motion, just uncrossing his legs, standing, and seems like he's almost halfway across the room before you even notice.
Do I recognize is there any text on the spine of the book? Or the cover?
Let's see. The question is, can you read it?
I speak and read and write common, undercommon, and draconic. Probably not.
Well, let's see here. You actually can read
Oh.
what's here because you just happen to. Well, he just happens to be reading a book that is written in common. And from what you can tell, it's some sort of anthology of poetry.
Huh. Um, I just see that and say, "Oh, so you're you also I finally found somebody else who enjoys poetry around here."
He, again, just smirks a bit as he slides the book back into the bookshelf that you now see is what had blocked the door as you were opening it.
Strange place to
Uh,
put a bookshelf.
well, looking at it, it spans almost the entire wall. Just seems as though there's a lot of information to be crammed in here. Um, but yeah, he smiles at you and oh yes, and what are some of your favorite writers?
Um, there's S.A. Albacore. Um, there's oh, what was that orc's name? Mean nuts. Mean nuts. Noosed. Something like that. Um, there's plenty. Oh, uh, you know oh, what was his name? Uh, Frill Throw Javelin. That's what it was. Frill Throw Javelin.
He
The
kind of
dwarven.
starts. He kind of walks over from the bookshelf, closing the distance with you, and again with this sort of invasive presence of his, seems he doesn't seem to have much regard for personal space. He says, "Can't say I've heard of any of those, but perhaps you could show me sometime."
Could possibly arrange that. Yes. So,
With that, he
and I will take like just a half step back and kind of gesture that for him to go first.
all right. He kind of shrugs in a suit yourself kind of way, and turns and walks along the bookshelf to the other end of the room, where you see there is, in fact, another door off to the right. So entering from the same wall that you entered through, just on the opposite end of the room.
Is it also covered up with a bookshelf?
It is not. This one seems to
Okay.
just open up to the far wall.
Okay.
But yeah, he sort of almost seems to glide over in that direction. I mean, you can see him taking steps, but everything is just very smooth and fluid.
Okay.
And he grabs the door handle and pulls it open completely noiselessly and just sort of gestures for you to head through the door.
All right. Did he just opened the door and stepped out of the way and gestured for me to head through, right?
Yeah,
Is it the room lit or is it dark?
the one that he is gesturing you in
Yes.
Let's have a look. It's well, you see the light of probably one torch just placed on the wall. And as you look inside, you actually see that this is a spiral staircase.
Um.
And the far end of the far wall continues the sort of rounded construction that you saw in the lounge area that you're leaving. It's starting to kind of come together in your mind, maybe in a tower of some sort.
Okay. Are there any candles, like on the wall?
You do not see any candles, no.
Hmm. I don't think I have a candle. I don't know. Explorer's pack. Does that come with a candle, or a torch,
Hmm.
or a stick? I
You
mean,
said explorers?
yes. I mean, shit. I could just pull the
Mm,
explorer's pack out and light it. Just hold it.
comes with torches.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
I can press digitation and light it.
Okay.
So I'll just kind of turn around and say, "Oh, hang on," and kind of reach in my back. Where the bloody hell is that? You know, you're just shuffling and screws and just random shit rolling around, and then finally, and I'll pull out a torch, and then I go, huh. Snap my finger and it like pops into flame.
All right.
All right,
Um,
now I'm good to go.
yeah. Once you have the torch lit, he just kind of gives you the the nod, but sort of directing you in the direction of the stairs.
Okay, I'll head down.
Specifically, he seems to be indicating that you head downstairs. Although it would appear there's also an upstairs area as well.
I'm gonna kind of like do what most people do: walk over to like the center and like kind of look up and see how high it goes.
Okay. Let's see. So it appears to go up for probably another two, maybe three floors.
All right. I guess I'll look down now.
All right. Let's see. So here you're looking at um, again, looks like about two or three flights of steps, essentially.
All right, I will start heading down.
Okay. Um, as you walk into the chamber with the spiral staircase, you also see that there is a portrait hanging on the wall. As you stand on the dark landing here, preparing to go down, you feel this cold draft of wind rushing down the spiral staircase, just sort of whistling through the cracks in the stonework. This portrait appears to be of, well, a rather handsome, well-dressed man with long black hair, sort of just generally imperious features. Seems very. He just emanates power of sorts.
Okay.
Yes, and the one thing you do notice is he seems to be staring right at you.
Hmm. I take off my little glasses that I have on the bridge of my nose and kind of like squint at him, and I want to insight check the painting.
Okay. And you're attempting to discern what?
Discern why those eyes look so real.
Okay.
Essentially, I'm trying to see if it's actually might be a fake painting or something.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, best you can tell, it's a normal painting.
Eyes are too realistic. I don't like it. I'll just turn away from it and keep heading downstairs, I guess.
Alright.
That was the squeaky door.
Yes, it was a very squeaky door.
It is.
I have a feeling this is not going to end until I take her out. So I guess this is a good breaking point.
Okay.
Back in a few.